What did you have me watching?
Sweeney Todd.
The Tale of Sweeney Todd.
Did you know that one before we did
His skin is pale, his eye is odd.
Just donuts.
What?
Did you know Sweeney Todd before we did it?
I had no clue what this was at all. No clue.
I know Depp in it.
In the movie.
Yeah.
We're not here about movies, Behr. Do we do movie reviews?
No, I was just saying.
Sweeney Todd. I had no idea what this madness was. I know no song, so that's all I could sing. So once again.
That's embarrassing.
Really? Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. That's the whole name. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Wait, we're not doing news? Yeah. It's upside down.
News!
You now know how to open a phone.
All right, let's get to the news first before we get to Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Aaron Tveit, Gavin Creel, and more announced for Ryan Murphy's American Horror Stories. Some exciting Broadway names have joined Ryan Murphy's American Horror Stories and FX on Hulu spinoff of the series American Horror Story. Each episode tells a brand new tale of terror, and fans can watch as soon as July 15th. Ooh, that's coming up. 5 days, Behr. Murphy shared a video on Twitter on July 7th revealing that talents like Aaron Tveit, Gavin Creel, and more will appear on the show. And this isn't even the half of it, he said. One of your mother's favorite shows. Good talk, Behr. Oh, I hate when your phone does this. I always have to go to
That's just what it does. Opening
up, Waitress, starring Sarah Bareilles, returns to Broadway in September. The 2016 Tony-nominated musical Waitress, which ended its run at the Brooks Atkinson Theater on January 5th, 2020, is returning to the stage. The Sarah Bareilles-scored musical will play a limited run at Broadway's Barrymore Theater from September 2nd through January 9th, 2022. Bareilles is set to star in the show through October 17th. Full casting will be announced later. Tickets are now on sale. Quote, I couldn't miss the opportunity to be there when Broadway welcomes audiences back into theaters that have been sitting dark for over a year, Bareilles said in a statement. It is a gift to get to revisit the beautiful story of Waitress centered around hope, resilience, and the support of our chosen family. It's so special to be able to celebrate those same qualities at this moment in time within our theater family. Like so many people all over the world, this community has endured great loss and tremendous hardship, and we are all changed. Waitress.
We talked about that last time.
We did. You want to see that one?
Yeah.
Kevin can F himself.
No, it's not needed.
You can't swear on the show, Behr. It's not explicit, Behr.
I feel like you've done it
once or twice.
Yeah.
Kevin can F himself. Eric Peterson on binging Schitt's Creek and hoping to return to Broadway. The newest episode of Broadway Profiles features an interview with Broadway alum Eric Peterson, who is starring alongside Schitt's Creek Emmy winner Annie Murphy in AMC's new series, Kevin Can F Himself. When it was pitched to me, I was like, wow, this title is captivating. It really gets your attention, Peterson told host Tamsin Fadal. The comedy lampoons the frequent sitcom trope of wisecracking husbands with wives who ruin the party. I've done a lot of multicam sitcoms in my career. To be a part of a multicam sitcom that shakes the hell out of itself and have this whole second half of the show that happens in the single cam, that's much more real and gritty. It's awesome. It's such a great idea. I think it's really come together beautifully. Have you seen that yet? We were just about to watch. Cast and new date set for Broadway's Company, starring Katrina Lenk and Patti LuPone. The new staging of Stephen Sondheim and George First Company. Now, isn't that Stephen Sondheim? Sweeney Todd.
Oh, no.
You didn't even do that on purpose.
I zoned out for a second.
Oh, did you do that on purpose?
No.
You didn't even know, did you? Just what a segue.
So
The new staging of Stephen Sondheim and George First Company will now begin performances at the Jacobs Theater on November 15th and officially open on December 9th, a month earlier than its original plan. As previously announced, Tony winner Katrina Lenk is set to reprise her role as Bobby, and Tony winner Patti LuPone will reprise her Olivier-winning turn as Joanne. All right. We're going to mention Stephen Sondheim because let's get to Sweeney Todd, the
That's
demon barber of Fleet Street, often referred to as simply as Sweeney Todd. For those in the know, you just call it Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
You don't need to say the whole thing.
No, it's too long.
It's a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and a book by Hugh Wheeler. It is based on the 1973 play of the same name by Christopher Bond. Sweeney Todd opened on Broadway in 1979 and in the West End in 1980. It won the Tony Award for the Best Musical and Olivier Award for Best New Musical. It has since had numerous revivals as well as a film adaptation with Mr.
Stevenson.
No.
Oh.
You're still zoning out.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Didn't you say that?
I was zoning out. I need to pay attention.
Okay, so what do you have me watching here? I don't even know. This isn't well.
Oh my God!
It wasn't exciting for me because I wasn't able to sing anything. I still can't sing anything. So the fans aren't going to be really happy with you about that because they that's one of their favorite parts. Okay, so what happens here? So this young sailor rescues Sweeney Todd at sea, and they dock in London. Then some weird beggar chick offers her prostitution services, and she kind of recognizes him, right? And nobody else does, apparently, including Mrs. Lovett, the woman from the pie shop, who supposedly rented the room to him before. So he goes into this pie shop and rents the same room that he lived in before, and she doesn't recognize him? Are you buying this, Behr? Okay, so she tells him the old tenant, Benjamin Barker, which is really him, spoiler alert, was transported on false charges by Judge Turpin, who, along with his servant Beadle Bamford, lured Barker's wife to the judge's home and raped her. So then his reaction to that story tells her it's really Benjamin, and she vows to keep his secret, right? Then she tells him his wife poisoned herself and his infant daughter was raised by the judge. And then now Todd swears revenge on the judge.
And he, murders people.
Yeah, so then she gives him his old razors, right, from when he was a barber, and he's going to be a barber again now. And then she tells him his wife poisoned herself and his... Did I already get that? Oh, yeah. Revenge on the judge! We can repeat that.
Say the whole thing again.
I'm losing my... Okay. So then he's going to be a barber again. Then his friend Anthony falls in love with his daughter, Johanna, but of course he doesn't know it's his daughter, right? And so the judge and his servant chase Anthony away, and he vows to return for Johanna. And then there's this Italian barber who tries to sell his hair loss stuff, and then Todd was like, "No, that's a sham. That's a scam." And then he challenges him to a shaving competition and wins. So I don't know what.
The rules don't even make sense.
What's a shaving competition? Like, how do you win a shaving competition?
I guess people were really bored back then. That's what they did.
Good point. Then the judge gets all pissed about people, lusting over Joanna and says he's going to marry him herself. He's going to marry him herself. He raised her as his daughter, and now they're going to get married. I don't know what's going on. Then the Italian barber reveals that he's Todd's old assistant and knows his true identity. And then he blackmails him for half his income for life. And so Todd kills him. Obviously, that's when it all kind of started. And then he gets the judge into his chair. So he lured the judge into the chair to try to kill him. And then Anthony busts in before he could kill him and says he's eloping with Johanna. And then the judge says he's never returning and will send Johanna away. And he sends her to an asylum. And then Todd says he's going to depopulate the city by killing all his customers because all people deserve to die. And so then when he's trying to dispose of the Italian barber's body, Mrs. Lovett suggests using their bodies in the meat pies. And of course he agrees to that.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, why wouldn't you agree to that? That's weird. So that's Act 1 right there. That's a lot going on in Act 1. So then in Act 2, so now they've been using these human bodies in the pies.
That sounds like that could just be it, honestly.
Yeah,
but with the meat
that's
pies,
enough, to be honest.
And then the meat pies, it's kind of like, oh, where are you going with that?
Right. So now now they're using these human bodies in the pies, and the shop becomes super successful. So it wasn't successful before. Now all of a sudden people love it because they're eating humans, which I don't understand. That's disgusting. And then, okay, so then Toby was what? The Italian barber's assistant? The young boy? He works in the shop now. And then he starts getting suspicious of Todd, and he wants to protect Mrs. Lovett, so he kind of like, is all worried about her. And so then she locks him in the basement and I don't know. And then the judge's assistant investigates the shop because people are complaining about the foul odor of all the dead people. Again, what do you have me watching here, Behr? And then Todd kills him, right? So and then Toby finds fingernails and hair in the pie he's eating. Disgusting. Just as the judge's assistant's body comes down the chute. Because now he bought this chair or made this chair that once he kills the barber chair, once he kills someone, it just shoots him down. Yeah. Okay, so then Toby's locked in the basement thing, and then he flees into the London sewers below the bakehouse. And then Mrs. Lovett has to tell Todd that Toby has found out about their secret and whatever. And then Anthony tries to get Johanna out of the asylum, but she exposes him, and then he tries to shoot who does he try? He tries to shoot the asylum owner, and then he can't do it. So then she takes the gun and does it. Yeah. And then they escape, right? So they're on the run. And then now Todd and Mrs. Lovett are trying to go through the sewers to find Toby. So that's a big mess. Now Anthony and Joanna, and she's disguised as a sailor for some reason, arrive at the shop, which is empty now because everyone's all running around. Anthony leaves for some reason. I don't know why he left. The beggar prostitute lady comes back. Joanna hears her coming in, hides in the trunk. Todd comes in. He tries to get the beggar to leave. She won't leave. Then he hears the judge coming, so he panics and kills the beggar chick. Then he gets rid of her body right before the judge comes in. The judge asks for a quick splash of cologne, so he sits in the judge's chair, or the judge sits in the barber chair, and Todd says something, and the judge recognizes that it's Benjamin Barker. And then so Todd slashes his throat and sends him down the chute. Everyone goes down the chute here.
Is who he really wanted to kill originally.
Right.
So he got to do it.
Right. Well, but he didn't die right away. So then he remembers he needs to go after Toby, but forgets his razor. And when he comes back for it, Joanna is there, and she's like horrified. And he doesn't recognize her, of course, so he tries to kill her. But Mrs. Lovett shrieks from the bakehouse to provide a distraction, and Joanna escapes. And then Mrs. Lovett's still struggling with the dying judge because apparently he's not dead yet. And then she attempts to drag the beggar's woman's body into the oven. Todd arrives and sees the face of the beggar for the first time, and it was his wife, Lucy. You didn't get that part, did you?
There was a part where I was watching it, and I was like, oh, we gotta do this. So I didn't watch, like, the end.
Oh, the best part, the end?
Yeah. Because you were like, come on, I felt you were going to be like, come on, we gotta do this.
Right, okay.
We're on a schedule. Or you are.
You should be more prepared. How about that? So, of course, Sweeney Todd's like horror struck and then knows that Mrs. Lovett lied to him about his wife. And so Mrs. Lovett explains that Lucy did poison herself, but she lived, and the attempt left her insane, and that's why she's out in the streets begging. And then Mrs. Lovett confesses she loves Todd, and then Todd he fakes forgiving her and dances with her. It's a weird thing. And then he hurls her into the oven, and then she burns alive. And I know you know. I'm looking at you as if you know, but you didn't see the end, so you don't know any of this. Then Todd embraces the dead Lucy, his wife. And now Toby comes out of the sewer babbling nursery rhymes to himself. He's all crazy now. He got crazy just from being in the sewer for 5 minutes.
A sewer can drive you crazy.
For 5 minutes. He's been gone like a minute. He picks up Todd's razor and slits Todd's throat. And then as Todd falls dead, Toby drops the razor, and then the town comes in and sings their creepy song.
Creepy.
That's what you missed. You might have to go back and see that.
I don't know if I want to.
Is that a good synopsis of Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
How about a review? So what did we watch? Let me tell you this. I will tell you this. We are reviewing a J.J. Pearce High School theater performance in September 2015. J.J. Pearce High School Theater is in Richardson, Texas. And I will tell you, I thought it was like a lip sync or something. This was probably the best non-Broadway.
It didn't seem like high school.
No, it didn't even seem like community theater. It didn't seem like any of the crap that we. And I looked through the comments to see if it was like some kind of fake or whatever, and everyone's like, "No, it's a high school." And this was, first of all, I don't understand how they had so many. The acting was great. The singing was great, and this is like an opera, an operetta. Like this is, how did they have that many kids that could sing like that? It was amazing. This is the first time I've ever said this. You know, you're easier than me. I'm a hard judger. 10 out of 10 Tonys. First time ever, Behr.
That's the first one?
First time, well, I don't know, but probably the first time ever. Maybe back in the day. Well, back in the day when we were doing real musicals, before we changed formats. First one that's not Broadway is a 10, I would say. Amazing. Go find this on YouTube. J.J. Pearce High School Theater in Richardson, Texas. Sweeney Todd. Good find, Behr. Good find.
It's like 10 out of 10, but I don't know how he's going to feel about it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, how about we get to some facts?
Okay.
The character of Sweeney Todd had its origins in serialized Victorian popular fiction known as Penny Dreadfuls. A story called The String of Pearls was published in a weekly magazine during the winter of 1846-47. Set in 1785, the story featured as its principal villain a certain Sweeney Todd and included all the plot elements that were used by Sondheim and others ever since. The murderous barber story proved instantly popular. It was turned into a play before the ending had even been revealed in print. An expanded edition appeared in 1850, an American version in 1852, a new play in 1865, and by the 1870s, Sweeney Todd was a familiar character to most Victorians. Sondheim's musical was in fact based on Christopher Bond's 1973 melodrama, which introduced a psychological backstory and motivation to Todd's crimes. In Bond's reincarnation of the character, Todd was the victim of a ruthless judge who exiled him to Australia and raped his young wife, driving her mad. Sondheim first conceived of a musical version of the story in 1973 after he went to see Bond's take on the story at Theatre Royal Stratford East. And when it came to casting, Sondheim thought stage veteran Angela Lansbury would add some needed comedy to the grim tale as the lunatic Cockney shopkeeper, but Lansbury needed to be convinced. She was a star by the late 1970s, and as she pointed out to Sondheim, your show is not called Nellie Lovett, it's called Sweeney Todd, and I'm the second banana. To convince her, Sondheim auditioned, writing a couple of songs for her, including the macabre patter song, A Little Priest. And he gave her the key to the character, saying, I want Mrs. Lovett to have a music hall character. Lansbury, who had grown up in British music hall, immediately got it. Not just music hall, but Dottie Music Hall, as she put it. After she was formally confirmed in the role, she relished the opportunity, saying that she loved the extraordinary wit and intelligence of Sondheim's lyrics. The original production premiered on Broadway at the Uris Theater on March 1st, 1979, and closed on June 29th, 1980, after 557 performances and 19 previews. Directed by Hal Prince and choreographed by Larry Fuller, the scenic design was by Eugene Lee, costumes by Franny Lee, and lighting by Ken Billington. The cast included Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Lovett, Len Carew as Todd, Victor Garber as Anthony, Sarah Rice as Johanna, Merle Louise as the beggar woman, Ken Jennings as Tobias, Edmund Lindick as Judge Turpin. We don't know any of these people. The production was nominated for 9 Tony Awards, winning 8, including Best Musical.
Nice.
I had never heard of it, Behr.
Wow. It was
As I said.
One of just like it's like all the other ones he's done. This is like a big deal for Johnny Depp, so I don't even know. Surprised you don't even know about the movie.
I kind of remembered a little bit about the movie when I looked it up and saw the cover, but I don't know. How about we get to some trivia? Okay. I only did 5. I found a trivia with only 5 questions.
Okay.
It's not really one of our things.
Yeah.
Along with Sweeney Todd, which other musicals did Stephen Sondheim score in the 1970s? Check all that apply. Evita, Passion, Follies, Company.
Company.
I know Company for sure.
That's the only one that came to my mind. So we talked about it.
Okay. I don't remember any of those other ones. If I was going to say I would say Evita, but I hope I'm. Sweeney Todd is considered a jukebox musical, an operetta, a rock opera, a musical thriller.
Musical thriller?
I think it's an operetta.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like it. Which impressed me more about the students.
Yeah.
Sweeney returns to London with the intent to exact revenge upon Anthony Hope, Mrs. Lovett, Judge Turpin, Adolfo Pirelli.
The judge.
The judge. A 2007 film version starred Tom Jones, Johnny Depp, Michael Servers, Anthony Hopkins. Johnny Depp. Spoiler alert, at the musical's end, which of the following characters has survived? Mrs. Lovett, the Beadle, the beggar woman, Toby.
Toby, right?
Toby, yeah, because he killed him. I believe so. All right, let's grade the quiz. 5 questions. Oh, so what did we get? 1 wrong?
What are we getting wrong?
Along with Sweeney Todd, which other musicals did Stephen Sondheim score in the 1970s?
Oh, I don't think Company came out of this one.
Oh, we got 2 wrong. We're horrible. We got 2 out of the 5 wrong. You were right. Sweeney Todd is considered
a musical thriller.
Yeah. Is it?
I mean, it's kind of
I'm not going to beat myself up too much about that, Behr, because I didn't even know this to begin with. So 3 out of 5, 60%. That's fail.
It's not. We've done worse.
All right. How about we do which Sweeney Todd character are you?
Okay.
Can you tell we're not like super excited about this one? Nice choice, Behr.
You're welcome.
Even though the performance was great, so that I was pleasantly surprised there because it kept my interest and I actually enjoyed the performance.
Yeah.
You know, I just like to be able to use my vocal talents a little bit more.
I think people are very happy I chose this one.
Oh, really?
Wow. You can't sing.
Wow.
You go first.
Okay, are you... Oh. Which Sweeney Todd character are you? This is Play Buzz's quiz. Are you the devilish Sweeney Todd or Sweet Johanna? Take this quiz and find out. All right, you going first?
No, I went first last.
Okay. What's your favorite food? Meat pies? No. Ale? No. Who needs food when you can have porn? That's not appropriate. Arsenic? Bread? Oh, cake, obviously. What's your favorite pastime? Baking? What's with the porn? That's not appropriate, Behr. Baking, porn, killing, traveling, begging, conning people, drinking, singing. You know, singing is my favorite pastime.
God.
Where would you like to live? Somewhere quiet, any place but London, Playboy Mansion, Cozy Cottage. As long as it's not an asylum, I'm good. By the sea, my own island. I'm going to say everywhere. I love traveling. Would you ever kill someone? Sure. No.
Sure, why not?
Only if it was, I'm going to say only if it was to protect someone. Maybe. I don't know. Which would you
Oh my
most
God.
likely wear? Some kind of pants, nothing, a hat, a dress. There's a few kind of dresses. Oh, I like this Austin Powers looking suit. That's what I don't even know what that is. Are you in love? I was once. No. Yes, with every Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. I'm going to say yes. What are those pictures? Someone's in danger. What do you do? Cry, protect them at all costs, laugh, have a panic attack, ignore it. They probably deserved it. Help them if they can be an asset to you. Oh, I don't know. Probably have a panic attack.
Yeah, I would have a panic attack too.
Are you wealthy? No.
Bro.
How old are you? 60 plus? No, I'm 25 to 50. Well, we won't get the same answer to that one. Someone wrongs you. How do you react? Try to forget about it. Freak out. Mock them. Hang them. Try to forgive them. Slash their throats. Blackmail. I'm going to try to forgive.
Yeah.
Slash their
This is
throats.
crazy.
Jeez. Do you forgive easily? Probably yes. Oh, here we go. Calculating results. I'm Johanna Barker, sweet and innocent. You tend to look on the bright side of any situation. You love animals and can often be heard singing. That's true.
Scary.
It might take you time to warm up to someone, but when you do, you trust them explicitly. Oh, no. We got to start this over. Okay, which Sweeney Todd character is Behr? Let's start. This was a kind of a long one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? Meat pies?
I guess bread.
Bread. What's your favorite pastime?
Baking, I guess.
Baking.
Not human stuff.
Where would you like to live?
Somewhere quiet.
Yes, that's you, Behr. Would you ever kill someone?
No. I can't live with that.
Which would you most likely wear?
I guess the pants. I don't know. I can't see
The
what
pants
they
with
look
stripes on
like.
them.
Oh, I can't see. What
Are
they
you
look
in
like.
love? Someone's in danger. What do you do?
Have a panic attack.
Are you wealthy?
No.
How old are you? 12 to 25.
Yeah.
Someone wrongs you. How do you react?
What are the options again?
Try to forget about it. Freak out. Mock them. Hang them. Try to forgive them. Slash their throats. Blackmail them.
Try to forgive them.
Do you forgive easily?
Yes.
Yes. Behr. Oh, calculating results, Behr. Anthony Hope. Adventurous and kind, you've traveled many places in the world. You firmly believe in love at first sight and will risk everything for the love of your life. You may be a bit naive, however, and should be careful in whom you place your trust. So we got different people for the second week in a row.
Yeah.
All right, you know what time it is.
I actually wanted to talk about something. The NYU thing.
Oh, yes. We should have brought that up in the news. Exciting news for Behr. Go ahead, Behr.
I got into NYU Tisch, which is a program where they teach you all things about theater.
Yeah, theater production.
The history.
I
learned about immersive theater, which I didn't know.
Immersive theater. So you started that this week. It's go at your own pace.
Yeah, you have a year to complete it.
Yeah, but it's a lot. It's a lot. How far have you gotten through?
I'm on the second course.
Oh, already? So you went through the whole first course? Because there's a lot of videos and stuff in each course. Did you do any assignments?
Yeah. I had to read stuff, and then I have one where I have to make a map of stuff.
Oh, nice. Exciting news. That should be a good program to go through.
Yeah.
You'll have to keep us updated on that. Are you going to do something different for Eden's Hot Pick of the Week? Has that been taking up all your time, or are you still finding time for yourself? Are you still listening to stuff? Are you tell the people what
Wicked.
Oh, you're prepared this week.
Listening to a lot of Wicked.
In the western sky.
Okay, that was not needed.
I'm not as familiar. I got to brush up on it, I'll be honest.
Yeah. It's going to Ohio, and I really want to see it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Your sister did, right?
Yeah, I know.
Who
we don't
do
need
Dean?
to talk about that.
Wicked! So what are you doing? Listening to it?
Listening to it.
The soundtrack or the musical? Or what is it? Just an album?
Yeah.
On what platform?
Spotify.
Spotify. Find Wicked on Spotify and you'll be just like Behr!
Get Spotify Premium. You don't want the ads.
Yeah, get the premium. Be like Behr. Behr doesn't get the cheap stuff. I almost said a swear word, Behr.
No.
Behr gets the premium. And that's what I suggest you do.
Yeah, because you don't want the ads.
You don't want ads. You want to be able to listen to Wicked without annoying ads.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so this one was a good one. I mean, I wasn't totally excited about it, but I did get jazzed up about the performance from that high school. That was a pleasant surprise. Yeah. My first ever non-Broadway 10 out of 10 Tonys. Did you even rate it? Did you give it the same? I don't even remember you rated it.
I gave it the same. I said 10 out of 10.
All right. Till next week, we'll surprise you with what's next week. We don't even know. That's why we're going to surprise. We're going to surprise ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.